I, 40F, have an almost 10-year-old daughter with my 48M ex. This may be long, and I apologize. Backstory. I had always been told the odds of having kids was slim to none. I have endometriosis and POS. I had multiple miscarriages over the years. In 2014, at 29, I found out I was pregnant again. Told my partner, who had just turned 38 a week prior, and he seemed fine at first. Then, a day or two later, his attitude changed. He said he was 40 years old and didn't want any more kids. Said since the liquid was 50% his, he should have a say in what I do. Naturally, he wanted me to abort. I told him I would research both options and let him know my decision. Not that abortion was something I was even considering. But to appease him, I did just that and spoke to friends who had had them. 2 days later, he called and wanted to know what I was doing. I told him the odds of this pregnancy ending in miscarriage was pretty good. However, I also told him I felt that I would either financially, mentally, and emotionally go through an abortion alone or raise a child alone, so I was going to keep the baby. He got pi***** ed. Before hanging up on me, he told me to never talk to him again or mention his name in any of this. Told him no problem, and he hung up. To my surprise, I didn't miscarry. I actually went 41 weeks and 3 days. Having a C-section December 9th, 2014. My pregnancy itself wasn't bad at all, really easy. But the backlash I got from his family really played a toll on me. I worked at a restaurant, and his family and friends would come in and make comments almost daily. His uncle asked me one day why I was trying to pin my BAS***ard child on his nephew. His friends told me not to name him the father without proof. It was horrible. I knew who the father of my child was. At 5 months old, we did DNA. He tried altering the test by showing up eating food when the paper said no food for at least 30 minutes prior. His attempt failed because the test came back 99.999% she was his. He wouldn't even tell his parents the results came back. They asked me to see the results, which I had zero problem with. For years, his family and I had an amazing relationship. Still do. But I always told them I'm not a bitter or ignorant person. I would never keep our daughter from him. My door would always be open if he ever decided to want to meet her or be involved. And I meant it. Then, in January 2022, a month after her 7th birthday, he reached out, wanting to meet her. First time we had talked since April 2014. I told him that was fine but wanted to remind him it wasn't about him or it was about her. Also told him if he wanted to be involved, it wasn't a when he wanted to thing. He was either in or not because it wasn't fair to her for him to come and go. Lo and behold, from January 2022 until May 2022, he saw her 5 times. I extended invites for him to attend her dance recital, let him know what extracurricular activities she was doing, and let him know when other events were happening. He never showed up. Then, in April 2023, there was a father/daughter dance she wanted to go to because her friends were all going. To my surprise, he said yes. However, I paid for everything, including him coming in when he picked her up, asking me for money. I gave it to him. At that point, it had been 11 months to the day since he had seen her. By August 2023, I was tight on cash before school started and she needed sneakers and 3 pairs of new dance shoes. Asked him if he could help out. First time I had asked in almost 9 years. He read my message and never responded. My brother helped me. May 2024 was her dance recital again. I sent a message asking him if he would like to attend since it was a big milestone for her. She would be receiving a trophy at the end of the 2nd night of performances for dancing for 5 years at the same studio. He read it and didn't respond again. So I tried one more time. Same result. Here we are now 18 months since he has last talked to either of us or seen her. And I've also found out he's now addicted to Dr***GS. I had finally had enough and sent him a message basically saying it was clear he didn't care and wasn't interested in anything she does, therefore would no longer keep him informed of the things my daughter is involved in. Told him his definition of priorities and mine are 2 different things. Explained that my job is to protect my daughter and that letting someone who has broken her heart multiple times in the past 2 years was something I was no longer going to do. I was going to do what was best for her mental and emotional health, and finally, Cutting the string that tied them together was the best decision for my daughter. Was I too harsh and an $8 dollar holes for saying that? Could I have said it differently? Should I just not have said anything at all?